Good morning, students. I hope you all are safe at your home. So this video is for the students of class 9, subject science, chapter number 12, that is sound. It's your lecture number 1. Topics to be discussed in today's lecture are: what is sound? Production of sound means how is sound produced? Propagation of sound. What is wave? What are the types of waves? And what is longitudinal and transverse wave? So these are the several topics which we would be covering in today's lecture. So let's start with today's lecture. Basically, what is sound? Every day we hear sounds from various sources like humans, birds, bells, machines, vehicles, radios, etc. So sound is a form of energy that produces sensation of hearing in our ears. Okay, suppose you clap, so a sound is produced. So this is sound. Next is production of sound. Means how is sound produced? Sound is produced due to the vibration of the objects. Okay, whenever the vibration takes place, the sound is produced. Now the question arises, what is vibration? Vibration is the rapid to and fro motion of an object. Okay, the rapid to and fro motion of an object, it is called as vibration, or in other words what we can say, oscillation. For example, the sound of the human voice is produced due to the vibration in the vocal cords. So how is sound produced? It is produced due to the vibration of the objects. Now, propagation of sound means how the sound propagates. Propagates means travel. Now you know that sound is produced by the vibrating objects. Okay, so that sound, it moves through a material that is called as medium. Okay, it moves through a medium from the point of generation to the listener's ear. Okay, means suppose I am speaking. So I am the point of generation and you are listening means you are the listener. So sound is traveling through the medium from generation to the listener's ear. So what is medium? The matter or substance through which sound is transmitted. Okay, that substance through which the sound is being transmitted, that is called as medium. And that medium, it can be solid, liquid or gas. So are you clear about this? Now, there is one interesting thing about sound, that the sound energy or sound, it cannot travel through vacuum. Okay, it cannot travel through vacuum. It always requires a medium to travel. Now what happens? When an object vibrates, the particles around the medium vibrates. Suppose I am speaking. You know that in the air there are millions of molecules. So these molecules, they start vibrating. Now how that process occurs? Suppose these are the four particles. Okay, these are the four particles. Now what will happen? This first particle, it will start vibrating. When I speak, the first particle will start vibrating. Now, this first particle, when it vibrates, it will exert force on the second particle. Okay, this first particle, when it vibrates, it will exert force on the second particle. Now when the force is exerted on the second particle by the first particle. So what will happen? The second particle will start vibrating and the first particle will come at rest. Okay, now see, the second particle is vibrating, the first particle has come to rest. Now the second particle which is vibrating, it will again exert force on the third particle, the adjacent particle. Remember, the adjacent particle. So force is exerted on the third particle. So this third particle which was at rest, it will start again vibrating, and the second particle, it will come at rest now. Okay, now this third particle, it is vibrating, so it will exert force on the next particle. The next particle will again vibrate and the previous particle, it will come at rest. So a particle of the medium in contact with the vibrating object is first displaced from its equilibrium position. Equilibrium position means when the position they are all at rest. So it then exerts a force on the adjacent particle and the adjacent particle gets displaced from its position of rest. And after displacing the adjacent particle, the first particle comes back to its original position. Okay, when the particle is displaced, the previous particle will come at rest. So this whole process continues in the medium till the sound reaches your ear. So are you clear about this? It is very easy. So in this way the sound travels from the generation point to the listener's ear. The disturbance produced by a vibrating body travels through a medium, but the particles, they do not move forward themselves. Means what I told you right now, that the particles are vibrating through a medium, right? So these particles, they do not move forward themselves. They are vibrating at their own position. When first particle vibrate, then second, then third. So a disturbance is produced by vibrating body. Okay, the particles are not moving, only the disturbance is produced by the vibrating body. So this is a very important point. Keep this thing in mind. So what is a wave? Wave is defined as a disturbance which moves through a medium so that the particles of the medium set neighboring particles into motion. Okay, I told you right now that disturbance is created by a vibrating body in the medium, right? So the particles of the medium, they set neighboring particles means adjacent particles into the motion, and as a result they produce similar motion in others and so on. So what we conclude, the particles of the medium, they do not move forward themselves, but only the disturbance is carried forward. Okay, the particles are not moving forward, but what is carried forward? It is the disturbance, and that disturbance in science we give a particular name, that is a wave. So are you clear about a wave? Now, how to represent a wave? This is a figure showing the representation of one complete wave. See, from A to B to C to D to E. Okay, from A to C, this is one half wave. Okay, from A to C, this is half wave. And from C to D to E, this is another half wave. So total is one complete wave. Okay, from A to E, this is one complete wave. So are you clear how to represent a half wave or one wave or 1.5 wave or two waves? You can do now easily. So students, now I am giving you one question. You have to tell how many total waves are there in this figure. So calculate. So what is your answer? There are how many waves? There are total 2 waves. How? Let us see. From A to C, that is half wave. From C to E, that is half wave, means total 1 wave. From E to G, that is another half wave, means total 1.5 wave. Now from G to I, so another half wave, that is total 2 complete waves. So I think you are now clear how to represent wave. Now, what are the types of waves? Basically, waves are of 3 types. First is mechanical waves, second is electromagnetic waves, and third is matter waves. These are the 3 types of waves. Now, what are mechanical waves? In our syllabus, only mechanical waves are there. So what are mechanical waves? Medium is essential. Okay, what is medium? Medium is that substance through which sound travels or propagates, that I discussed right now. So for sound to travel, medium is essential. So sound is a mechanical wave. Okay, sound waves are characterized by the motion of the particles in the medium. One and the same thing, that they are requiring a medium to travel. So that's why sound waves are called as mechanical waves. I repeat, why sound waves are called as mechanical waves? Because they need a medium to travel. Sound cannot travel through vacuum. It requires a medium. Now, coming to the types of mechanical waves. Basically, there are 2 types of mechanical waves. What are those 2 types? Longitudinal waves and transverse waves. These 2 types are there of mechanical waves. So let us study each in detail. So what is a longitudinal wave? In a longitudinal wave, the individual particles of the medium, they move in a direction parallel to the direction of propagation of wave. Means, in a medium, the individual particles, they are vibrating or they are oscillating to and fro. Okay, they are oscillating to and fro or back and forth. And the direction of propagation of wave means the direction in which the wave is traveling, the wave is propagating. They both are parallel to each other. So that is a longitudinal wave. And what is the example of longitudinal wave? It is sound waves. Longitudinal wave, it can be cleared by this diagram also. You can see from the diagram that the direction of propagation of wave, it is in which direction? It is in this direction. Okay, the wave is propagating or traveling in this direction. And the individual particles, this individual particle, this individual particle, they are vibrating or oscillating back and forth at their own mean position. Okay, they are vibrating and oscillating back and forth at their own mean position. So, the displacement is also in the same direction as the direction of propagation of wave. So, that is a longitudinal wave. The propagation of the wave direction plus the displacement, they both are parallel to each other. So, that is longitudinal wave. And what is transverse wave? In a transverse wave, the individual particles of the medium, they move about their mean positions in the direction perpendicular to the direction of propagation of wave. Listen carefully. In case of longitudinal waves, it was parallel. But in case of transverse wave, it is perpendicular. Means the direction of propagation of wave, it is perpendicular to the individual particles vibration or oscillation. So let us understand the transverse wave with the help of following example. In this picture, a boy is playing with a rock that is being attached to the tree. Okay, so you can see that it is actually forming a wave. So what is happening? The individual particles of the medium, they are moving up and down. Okay, they are moving up and down. And what is the direction of propagation of wave? The direction is in this. Okay, the particles are moving up and down. And the direction of propagation of wave is in this direction. So it means they both are perpendicular to each other. Why? Because the wave is propagating in this direction and the particles are moving up and down. So the individual particles of the medium, they are perpendicular to the direction of propagation of wave. So that is basically a transverse wave. So are you clear about this transverse wave? So students, let's have a quick recap about the longitudinal and transverse waves. In a transverse wave, the individual particles of the medium, they are perpendicular to the direction of propagation of wave. Okay, and what happens in longitudinal wave? In a longitudinal wave, the individual particles of the medium, they are parallel to the direction of propagation of wave. So students, now I hope that you people do not have any type of confusion between these types of waves. So let's proceed forward now. Now, there is one more point about longitudinal and transverse wave. The longitudinal waves, they can propagate through solids, liquids and gases. Okay, they propagate through all the three, that is solids, liquids and gases. But in case of transverse wave, they propagate through solids and over the surface of liquids, but not through gases. Okay, they are propagating through solids and surface of the liquids. They do not propagate through gases. So, are you clear about the longitudinal and transverse wave? Now you can write the differences among these two easily. So students, what is your homework for today's lecture? You will have to answer the following questions in your notebook. Question number 1 is, how does the sound produced by a vibrating object in a medium reaches your ear? Question number 2 is, what is sound and how is it produced? Question number 3 is, explain how sound is produced by your school bell. Question number 4 is, suppose you and your friend are on the moon. Will you be able to hear any sound produced by your friend? Question number 5 is, why are sound waves called mechanical waves? And your last question, question number 6 is, why is sound wave called as longitudinal wave? Okay, so these 6 questions you will have to answer today. And I am giving one extra question that is not given in your NCERT book. The question is, differentiate between longitudinal and transverse waves. So you have studied it right now. So you can differentiate it easily. But make a table. Okay. always write differentiation points in a tabular form. So that's it for today's lecture. Thank you.